IShowSpeed's visit to Shaolin was a mess.
One of the biggest streamers in the world, IShowSpeed, is touring around the world and is currently in China. He showed some of Beijing, Shanghai, the Great Wall, and of course, if you go to China, you can't miss out on visiting the Shaolin Temple to learn some authentic Kung Fu. I watched the whole thing and I gotta say, I'm very conflicted. On one hand, it was...
Oh, he's wearing a mask on his head to like a cap, like not a mask, a cap with makeup to do like he's bald. I was wondering if he had shaved his head at first.
Genuinely one of the funniest and most wholesome things I've ever seen. I was crying tears of laughter. And on the other hand, I will try to explain what I mean by this later on. Some of his behavior was not quite appropriate for the setting.
Oh, beautiful.
Whoa! I do not believe he's ill-intentioned, quite the opposite. I know he's playing things up for entertainment, but now that so many new eyes are on Shaolin and China, let's clarify some things and talk about how authentic his stream was.
Dude, I saw that.
What I
that looks really painful.
Loved and what it missed. I have some background info on Master Yang, who saved the stream. The temple where his stream began, his performance, and much more, so let's dive in. If you're new here or an IShowSpeed fan, I'm Ranton, I'm a 34th generation Shaolin disciple, and if you want to see more info about that, check out this video. Anyhow, his stream was not off to a good start. In fact, the moment it began, I got worried right away.
I will become a Shaolin monk!
Because this isn't the Shaolin Temple. This isn't even the Shaolin...
He was kind of entertaining then, but I gotta say this style of streaming is really not my cup of tea. Like the over-the-top constant yelling and shit is like, I feel tired after watching a few minutes of IShowSpeed.
Scenic area. The signs read Sung Fu Temple, which I've never heard of. These kids definitely are not monks, and the sign right above the headmaster reads Songshan Shaolin Si Shi Yan Xiu Shou Tu, which means that Master Shi Yan Xiu is taking in disciples. I knew a Shi Yan Xiu, that isn't him, and you might not think a lot of it, but for me, the alarm bells go off right away. Places like this exist by the hundreds in that area to lure in mostly foreign students by telling them they'll become a Shaolin disciple if they pay enough money. It's how Shaolin discipleship gets watered down and essentially worthless. If you don't know the Shaolin business microcosm, you are bound to get scammed. I'm not saying this place here is a scam. There are tons of legit Shaolin Temple offshoots, but I know how this works and I've seen it a million times. You find a website of a school that has Shaolin Temple written all over it, and when you contact them, they'll also tell you on the phone that it's the real Shaolin Temple. But when you arrive, you'll never even see the real temple. I see my theory confirmed by the events that follow. They say to Speed that they will run to the Damo Dong. The Damo Cave. Damo is Bodhidharma and considered the founder of Zen Buddhism and Shaolin Kung Fu. There's a cave up the mountain behind the temple where he is said to have meditated for 9 years. It is a very common part of training to run up this cave at least once a week. This school or temple is nowhere near that. They are running up some random hill. Sure, it's the Songshan Mountains, but the Damo Cave, are they joking? This also ruined the streaming quality because there was almost no service there in the middle of nowhere.
I got no internet up here in these mountains. Oh my god, I don't even know my stream.
Now I do find it very cool to see Speed do frog jumps up the hill. Vatiao, very authentic Shaolin training experience right there. And forget about stretching, because that is the hardest thing you will ever have to do. It's called La Suzhi, stamina training. We usually had to do that once a week, or if the masters were angry with us. It's part of what led him to realize later on that Shaolin Kung Fu gives you strong legs, which it does.
People who do Kung Fu probably got the strongest legs in the world. Your legs, strong.
Northern style.
Their outfits, their training outfits are so cool. Why does my training outfit sucks?
Legs, Southern style, arms. But now it gets interesting. Most influencers who go to Shaolin to film go through an MCN, a multi-channel network that works with the tourism bureau to set up a smooth and guided experience. They arrange everything. It's not clear who is responsible for bringing Speed to this place, if they organized it themselves, but the situation is as follows. One of the biggest American streamers, 150k people watching. Shaolin is UNESCO World Heritage, a big part of Chinese cultural export. The stream wasn't going well, the actual temple nowhere to be seen. People in the chat even telling him that he was at the wrong location, and Speed getting visibly frustrated and wanting to dip.
What? Bro, you have to say something, bro.
I found this post that claims that by this point, representatives of the tourism bureau caught wind of the situation and intervened. Check out this clip, a phone call with the tourism department.
有没有关注到就是有个网红叫假唱歌？
这个有人反映，本来是不知道的，因为它是私人行程，我们这边已经有人去对接了。那本来他不是没有在少林寺少林景区嘛，然后后来。
IShowSpeed and said some racist stuff to him up close and personal before I got in the car.
I feel like they're clip farming, or I don't know, maybe they're actually racist. I don't know. Because and then somebody else handed him a bouquet of cotton. But he's also like super playing it up. I don't know, dude. What the hell is going on?
They weren't even aware of him coming. When they did, they acted quickly and waited for him at the mountain base to escort him to the real Shaolin temple, which is what ends up happening, but only for sheer chaos to ensue.
Now we're going to the main temple now to start Kung Fu.
IShowSpeed arrives at the Shaolin temple scenic area.
So he got scammed by the first location?
Imagine it like the tourism entry point for that entire place. Not just the Shaolin temple. You got the Chuduan, the Damo cave and statue, Wangzhigou, where I live, tons of schools like part of Tago, the biggest kung fu school in the world with over 40,000 students, and so much more. He is at the right place, gets swarmed right away and brought to the Wushuguan. This is a kung fu school next to the temple. It's not the actual temple, which is what Speed understandably wants to see.
I am going to become a monk.
And in the midst of this chaos, while Master Liang had been reportedly already waiting to teach him, a random tour guide manages to catch Speed's attention by saying,
"You come to China to learn Kung Fu? This is the Kung Fu theater. You can watch the Kung Fu."
No!
The main temple is only 100 meters away.
Why are we not the main temple at then?
He is correct. And without this guy, Speed wouldn't have even seen the actual Shaolin temple. But it also further derailed.
They were trying to keep him from the temple. What the fuck? Wow, what a chaotic stream, man. All of this was live too. He must have been so frustrated. I would have been too.
The stream.
So, let's go to the main temple.
Let's go to the main temple? I'll lead the way. Let's go.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
Come on.
Let's go, let's
Yo,
go.
everybody's so opportunistic. Like, yo, I speak English. I'm a tour guide. I'm heading there. You're competing with the CCP agents.
They arrive at the real temple. They can't even get in.
By the way, what is that? Oh, we need a ticket?
This sucks. I don't understand. Why couldn't they organize someone from the temple to guide Speed and show him around?
Yeah.
This is beyond me. Not only was Speed not able to take in the historic meaning of this place, neither could his audience. When they finally manage to enter from the side, the random tour guide keeps promising him to show him the masters, but never delivers.
So where do we go inside the temple at?
This is the master is waiting for you.
Okay.
In there, this is the main gate.
Okay, and if he's not?
This is the main gate.
No. Let's let him.
This is the main gate.
Please understand that this entire area is packed with tour guides whose job it is to find wandering tourists and show them around for money.
Oh.
Not trying to make that look insidious, it's fine, but you need a proper guide you can trust beforehand, especially if you're
They're all like, they're hustling.
running an operation like this. I also wonder for how many people it came as a shock to see what the legendary Shaolin temple really looks like. Unfiltered. I talk about it a lot, but many people still expect it to look like in the scripted documentaries they film. All peaceful and remote. It's not.
在这里说明这前期这十多年来。
This is the day-to-day at Shaolin. Maybe Speed unintentionally exposed or opened a lot of people's eyes to the reality of Shaolin. It's a business. If this was well organized and pre-planned, they probably would have shut down the entire area for him for a day. It would have been better content, but less authentic, so there is value here, I guess. Now the craziest thing is that right here, when he decides to turn back, he's so close to the warrior monks and where we train.
What is happening right now? What is happening? What is going on?
Just a bit further up and to the left through a door. It's midday, so they were probably training right now. And had somebody told them about it, someone would have come pick them up in 1 minute. Easily. I see this as the biggest missed opportunity of the entire stream. This could have been so much better. The Shaolin Temple loves this type of international attention. It's what the abbot explicitly seeks out, spreading Shaolin culture around the world. They were so close. Instead, it was a bit of a disorganized mess, and honestly, I'm sorry for Speed here, because I totally get him.
I'm about to tweak out, chat. I'm about to get mad.
Oh yeah,
But I'm not gonna get mad though, chat. I'm just doing the things I'm told. I am not from here.
When I start walking too much and I feel lost, I just start crying.
He just wants to learn Kung Fu and meet a cool master. And yes, I am foreshadowing a little bit, because he will. Master Liang will save this whole situation, but not before Speed left the temple incredibly frustrated.
Yeah.
I can't, bro. I can't.
We're good for now.
I can't.
The stream has been going on for over 2 hours now. No master, no Kung Fu, no fun. But as they head back to the Wushuguan, his luck finally turns around and he meets Master Liang, who had been teaching his own class that day, as he states in a video that he released on his social media. Even though I am disappointed that it's not taking place in the actual Shaolin Temple, one thing has to be said. Many people are under the wrong assumption that you will see the best Kung Fu by the Shaolin monks. That is not correct. They're good, many of them very good, but so are the schools surrounding it. Some of the best practitioners never went to the temple. There's also tons of exchange of students and masters between all these different places. So don't worry, he didn't see some second-grade Kung Fu at Wushuguan. It is the real deal.
Yeah, apparently the head of all the different schools talk to each other. Did Speed's team even reach out to anyone official? Apparently they did, but like they didn't put them in touch with the right person, which resulted into this. A huge mess.
In fact, the Wushuguan students perform almost daily for an audience. In the temple, it's irregular, and it's not the masters that perform the most, it's the students. It's literally part of their training. If you can do something well, you gotta be able to do it in front of an audience. Now check out one of my favorite moments in the entire stream.
You master?
Yeah.
You master? Hey. No. Wait.
Speed is of course very happy to have finally found a master, so he's bowing all the way down to the ground. Notice the master's reaction. He is not accepting that. He calls himself Shaolin, which just means coach.
Teach me Kung Fu, please.
No problem.
He doesn't just hold him up or lift him up by standing himself, he goes down with him. Speed is showing too much respect here in a way. He's lifting the master to a level where it would make him look bad if he accepted it, especially live. Not only does this show his humbleness, but to be quite frank, very few masters would accept an impromptu introduction like this by a foreign superstar. You should only bow like this for the abbot of a temple in the setting of a formal introduction. Do not greet coaches or masters or basically anyone like this.
I think IShowSpeed's just wanted like a little bit of comedy, or he was playing it up.
Don't do it, it's overkill. And something similar goes for hugging. No hugging.
Hold on.
Way too much. It is not as common in China as in the West, even less among men and even less in the Shaolin community. Look at that kid. He's completely overwhelmed. Now, before anyone gets mad and says, calm down bro, it's not that serious, or they know it's just for show, I understand and I agree. No harm done. But my guess is that most of you won't have a camera team, translators, bodyguards, 150k live viewers, and fans swarming them when you plan to visit Shaolin to train. Is that fair? What I'm saying is that if you go, do not behave like this. The context will be different, and so should your behavior. And while we're on the subject of behavior, there are some more inappropriate things that Speed does.
Yes! Oh, shit!
I am serious. Please don't give me this "it's for entertainment" argument in the comments. I know. But I want to clarify it because he has a young audience and somebody needs to tell them that the only reason he got away with it is because everyone is aware that this is a Westerner and it's supposed to be fun. This type of screaming during training. And no, it's not just don't scream. Showing pain can be fine. Usually that's a source of great amusement. You're gonna be in pain and the master will laugh about it a bit. It's okay. This here though, way over the line. In fact, such an outward display of pain, weakness and emotion is the exact opposite of what you should be striving for. It shows a lack of focus and control, two of the most important things in Kung Fu. As you may have noticed and as the master himself keeps repeating, relax, breathe.
More relax. Relax.
Little kid,
Screaming
so
is the absence of breathing. It's panic breathing. If you screamed like this, no cameras, normal training, and you're Chinese, you're gonna get beaten and beaten hard. Same goes for cursing. Now, Shaolin monks and warrior monks are also just people. People with emotions, and yes, they curse. Some curse a lot, some less. How they speak in private or how students speak among themselves is one thing, but in front of a master, there's absolutely no cursing like that. It's unacceptable and disrespectful. And don't dab up the master after class like that, unless you have that type of relationship, okay? Don't confuse this with this type of screaming during his walk.
It's a double fork sword.
It's called Faiyin, and if you don't do that during a performance, you will also get in trouble. A powerful external Kung Fu form does not feel or look right if it's performed silently. It needs to be loud and imposing. My master used to compare it to a dog. Dogs aren't quiet during a fight. They scream, they bark, they growl. You have to make noise. It's part of the show. Anyways, let's talk a bit about the Kung Fu we saw. Speed was taught the very basics, the stances, Ma Bu, Gung Bu, Xu Bu, Xie Bu. This is very authentic and I really enjoyed to see his struggle here because despite his obvious athleticism, if you've never done Kung Fu...
It's fucking hard because you need both your feet to be touching the ground like flat. But I guess you just don't, I just don't go down that low yet.
All this stuff is going to look and feel very awkward to you. I don't want to make fun of his Kung Fu though, because everyone starts somewhere and I think he did a great job for his first time and he clearly tried his best. I find two particular moments much more noteworthy. First of all, the breaking of the sticks.
All four of your feet now.
Oh, hell no!
I hate to be the guy to always break people's illusion, but these are show sticks. They are so brittle that dropping them on the floor might break some pieces off of them. Anyone can break them. You could break them on your grandma's back and she will be okay. But don't do that, please.
Okay, so he was really exaggerating. I mean, it felt exaggerated already, especially for how long it lasted.
It's very obvious that he didn't intend to break it on the first hit. Good for drama, entertainment, and build-up, but not authentic. If the person holding the stick wants to break
I don't know, my dog makes a lot of noise when he's fighting and not fighting.
it, it'll break. It's not up to the person receiving the hit. To be clear, this doesn't apply to all sticks. Some schools do use harder ones for practice and conditioning. Number 2, the nunchucks. I get why Speed wants to learn that stuff. It's an iconic Chinese kung fu weapon that Bruce Lee popularized, so it might come as a surprise to you that it's actually incredibly uncommon over there. In my years of training, I've never seen anyone train or perform it as part of their regular schedule. Some had it lying around in their rooms for fun, but that's it. It's such a stereotypical Chinese kung fu weapon, but in the birthplace of kung fu, the Shaolin Temple itself, it is barely trained. Later on, Speed checks out a performance and man, I laughed so hard. I don't know how moments like this just happen unscripted.
你好，你好。Wukong. Kung Fu Master, me. Kung Fu Master.
Dude is not interested.
Hi.
He's doing it on purpose.
It's giving me
so
crazy
funny.
Karate Kid vibes, man.
你好吗？去先木吉吗？
Dude, I'm from Detroit.
Or this moment that I'll just leave uncommented here.
Wait! Nay, nigga!
Some quick insights into what you're looking at here. This is called Rangong. People who perform this start at a very young age. They get borderline tortured to become this flexible in a short period of time. Very hard to look at that process. If you think this is cool and you want to go to China to learn this, if you're over 14, 15, forget it. Gotta start young. Even though Speed enjoyed it a lot, I'm not a fan of the suction cup thing. Sometimes they will also throw needles through glass. To me, they have nothing to do with martial arts. Not saying it's easy, but you gotta understand, these are essentially street performance arts in China that Shaolin integrated into their shows because people enjoy watching it. I guess that makes it part of Shaolin Kung Fu, but you shouldn't pay too much attention to it. It's got nothing to do with martial arts. The spear on the throat thing is legit though. As you can see, Speed giving up on it right away.
Do very lightly, very lightly. Tell him. Tell him very lightly.
The bodyguard is like, nah.
I can't do it, bro. I actually can't do it. I can't do it.
Last but not least, I want to highlight a very interesting moment at the end of the stream. Master Liang did an incredible job here. Truly polite, respectful, patient, fun. Speaks English, some German.
Langsam.
Invites him to stay longer, gave Speed insights into so many facets of Kung Fu.
If you have time, you can stay here 5 years. You are really Kung Fu master, I think.
He tells his students to perform carefully on the concrete. He saved the stream. So it only makes sense that Speed wanted to give him some money at the end as a showing of appreciation.
I want to bless my master.
Master Liang went above and beyond, and it is the right thing to do. But, and I know Speed doesn't know this, it's the thought that counts, but gift giving in China is associated with a couple of rules, you could say. It's not too complex, but he made some mistakes that made this awkward. It's customary to refuse a gift a couple of times.
Friend is no money. Friend is your country, my country, whole world. We are friends because Kung Fu.
You have to insist over and over. He did that part well, but 1, Liang cannot accept a gift in front of a running camera. 2, 300 RMB is borderline insulting. That's next to nothing. Speed knows this.
It's only 300.
But maybe better to come prepared next time. 3, the money should not be given like that in cash. It should be in a little red envelope, a hongbao. It's to avoid situations like that. But the upside here is that it allowed Master Liang to redirect it into something even more wholesome.
I have an idea. Maybe you can give this money to the kids.
Yeah.
They can buy some something, snacks, sweets. It's okay.
He eventually does take it, but I
That's
believe it's
awesome.
literally just to get this subject over with because it's getting uncomfortable to keep talking about money in front of the camera. It's weird.
Sir,
Say thank you.
Master, just thank you. Just take it. Just take it. Just take it.
Nothing to say.
Okay, nothing to see.
啥也不说啊，有功夫来郑州。
I would not be surprised at all if he gave
That
the
is
money back
wholesome.
after they stopped filming, or at least offered. But
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, so as I wrap up this video, I want to make one thing clear. There
Send
were
him an
so many
e-transfer.
moments I thoroughly enjoyed. Coach Liang saying,
It's pain, but it's life. It's pain, but it's Shaolin. It's pain, but it's Kung Fu.
It can't
It's
hurt
pink.
that much.
It's you.
Yeah, good save.
You understand?
Yes.
Bro, I love their little
the fact
outfit.
that he managed to say that
I want that drip, the white and brown one. It looks really good.
on the spot with his broken English combined with that respectful gesture is almost movie-like.
我在大学里边唯一挂过的一科就是英语。
IShowSpeed is an energetic, funny guy, but I think he tried to be respectful when he thought it was appropriate. Sure, he made mistakes, but he never disrespected any altar or Buddhist incense tradition. And when he looks at the performance at Wushuguan, he seems legitimately amazed by what he sees. Like a little boy. Reminds me of me when I
He
started.
failed English. Yeah, the master failed English. He's like me for real, for real.
It's very hard to strike a good balance between making it engaging and goofy and also respecting the people and the culture while you're face to face with it. Considering that and who Speed is, I found the whole thing disorganized, but still fantastic. On a personal level, it feels good to see this place again, and I see it as a genuine celebration of Chinese culture, and IShowSpeed showed great appreciation throughout the training. He always remained curious, and his legs must have been hella sore the next day. It also shows how incredibly friendly most Chinese are to visitors, and it warms my heart to see all the zhong in chat, which is what people from the Henan province, where the Shaolin temple is located, always say. It means good or okay, all right. Good job, man. This was pretty awesome. I hope you go again, and maybe next time organize it better and go to the real Shaolin temple, train with the warrior monks, wear the proper robes, not the weird cheap school stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.
That was a good video.
If you want to learn more about my time at the Shaolin temple, be sure to check out this video.
Yo.
If not, don't.
I want to go train at a Shaolin temple, like in a icy, snowy mountain, you know? Kind of like where Batman goes to train, you know? In the Dark Knight, like the first movie. That's what I want. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button. And I'll see you in the next video.